Back with another week of training. Sub 240 is the goal. Running, lifting, all that. All that. It's Monday. Easy 7 miles up and down the Boulder Canyon. Beautiful, beautiful. You know, I'm just happy to be here. My legs feel great. Everything feels great. And we're going to talk about this past weekend because, I mean, all in all, big L, but that's part of the journey. So that's what we're going to talk about after this run. But we're 4 miles in, 3 to go. Easy Monday. Let's go.
16 units, but there's actually 127 units on this thing.
Hey, all right. Fuck yeah. Okay, it's Tuesday. You saw Monday, easy 7 miles up and down Boulder Canyon. We're back in Boulder, Colorado, at Mount Sanitas, one of my all-time favorite places on the planet. I try to get here whenever I can. It is a perfect trail run, about 6 miles round trip, 1,200 feet of gain, great views of the city. Falls in the air, so we're gonna have some nice colors. That's what we're doing today for Tuesday. Bring you along for that. But 2 things I said I was gonna cover, I believe, yesterday. I really don't even remember yesterday. It was a blur. Number one, the goals of these videos for me is I want to share what I'm doing, what I'm reading, what I'm listening to, what I'm obviously doing, training and eating. Everything I'm doing, I just want to share. I'm not a coach. I'm not a guru. I just am somebody trying to be a little bit better every day, working towards what I think are big, meaningful goals, and I want to share that. Number 2. What is number 2? Oh, yeah, the weekends. So this past weekend, I've had some killer training. I ran something like 25, 26 days in a row. Some really great weeks building up from like 41 miles to 46 to 51. And then this past week was going to be 56, 57 miles. And just between traveling home, starting work, so starting a new job, and just not getting maybe the sleep I needed, you know, spending time with friends, family, whatever. Like Sunday, I was just exhausted, man. And it's okay to run exhausted sometimes. Feeling a little something like not right in my left foot too. I just made the decision to rest on Sunday instead of a long run, which is like a big decision, right? You know, the long runs are super important, being 7 weeks out now from this marathon, but that was the choice I made. I felt great yesterday on Monday, and I feel really good today. So it's all good. I'm treating last week as a deload week. It was about 40 miles instead of 56, 58. And I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to have 4 great weeks here, including this one, leading up to CIM. And that's all there is to it, man. So let's go. It's after work on Tuesday, and we're going to get a trail run in. Blah. All right, we are all done with the run, son. All right. Whew. So we went 5.3 miles. 1,280 feet of gain, which is over the course of 5 miles, a lot. That's a lot of gain. Very challenging. And like, I was kind of shooting for like 6 or 7 miles today total. So I was going to finish like near my car, jog around a little bit, and like my legs were just torched. And I do think there is extreme value in just, that's the, you know, listening to your body and knowing when you're good versus, okay, I can push a little more or I should go further. There's a difference between your mind wanting to stop because something's hard and like pushing beyond what your body can do in that moment, meaning you're going to hurt yourself or be set back down the line. So all that to say, hamstrings and calves were just kind of screaming there at the end, with a tough run today going, up 1,200 feet elevation. And then last night I also had a basketball game, which I did not mention until just now, so sorry about that. But basically play the whole game, so that's like an hour of just running up and down, a lot of quick bursts, a lot of jumping and landing, so very different stimulus on my legs. Usually I found, like, in my older age here at 32 years old, 32 and a half, I just don't recover as quickly from those sessions. So it does take a little more out of me than it used to. I logged that as like 3 miles of running. I feel like that's pretty fair. And, in my head, I just think of it as like a higher intensity session, like a speed workout or whatever. So all that to say, that last night, that was at 9 p.m. last night. I mean, it's, I started this run at like 4:35 p.m. So not even 24 hours rest. All that to say, cut it a little short there, but 10-mile day yesterday, we'll call it, with the kind of double session, and then 5.5 today. We're at 15.5 for the week after 2 days. It's about 8 a day, give or take, 7.75 a day, and that's right where I want to be. So we're on track, and that's Tuesday. I think I've talked enough today, so I'm going to give it a rest, go get something good to eat, get some good water to drink. This is water. And God, I could use a dojo. That's all she wrote for today. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, folks. Bye. All right, this is the Wednesday pre-training vibe here. Not sharing what I'm eating, like, throughout the week, obviously, but pre-training fuel is always a big question I get. What are you eating before running, during, etc.? I was just having this like long monologue to myself about smoothies and how fucking awesome they are. I mean, it's light, it's everything you need, and you can modify or put whatever you want into it. It's like if you're struggling to eat healthy or you don't know what to eat, just throw a bunch of healthy shit into a smoothie. If you have some fruits in there, maybe a nice sweet juice or some shit, it's gonna taste good, and there you go. So what I got in here, a bunch of berries, beets, which are huge for endurance, whey protein, peanut butter for just some extra calories, for some protein, some good fats. And this is kind of like my early lunch. Was in the office today in Denver, downtown Denver. So I'm just cruising back before traffic hour, gonna do some more meetings, and then knock out our easy run today. But that's what I'm sipping on, man. I will preach to the heavens. I'm big on stretching, aloe, and fucking smoothies. So get you a smoothie, man. I probably have like 2 a day in like ideal state. Anyway, smoothies are great. Alrighty, sitting in traffic here, driving home. Still have 26 minutes, rush hour. Oh man, bless me. But 8 easy miles there. Just at about 24 on the week. So for 3 days, that's right where I want to be. And like, we've also climbed some serious vert, 1,200 feet or something yesterday, right? And then I don't know what it was today. I'll throw it on the screen here. This will be a fun exercise. I have not looked, but I'm gonna say like in 8 miles, got like 600 feet of climb in there, which would put me at almost 2,000 feet for the week, which again has to be taken into account. Legs are a little tired just from 8 miles a day, but we're right on track. And I feel really good all in all. Here's what I got post-run nutrition. A little Gatorade and a little Core Power. This cost me $10.50 at the gas station, which, fuck, I need a dojo, man. But It's important. It's important to get fluids back, to get carbohydrates back, to start the recovery process, and then protein, secondary thing, but important to repair those muscles. That is Wednesday in the books. Might play a little tennis tonight. Jesus Christ. Almost just got in a fucking car accident. Woo! That's why you don't film and drive, folks. All right, another 8 miles. We are just over halfway done. And here's the PSA today. The HSA, the holla service announcement. I don't want to do this today is the easiest way to put it. Long day at work, tough day at work. And I was dreading coming out here. It's a little chilly. You can see it's a little cloudy. It's almost 5 p.m. But one step at a time. Lace up the shoes, get out, get going. Oh, I also don't have any clothes. Left those at home because I thought I'd be back at home, but I haven't been. The point, long-winded point, is some days you just got to do it. And it is a myth to think that people who have what you want always feel motivated to do the thing they need to do. Go get it. Let's finish this up and get back to the car. Alrighty, well, we made it to Friday, so that's huge. Been a big week. 32 miles run so far this week. That's 8 miles a day, which I'm pumped about. And mostly easy miles. Had that basketball game on Monday, which means today is an important session. A lot of people hit me up about how to get faster. They're running a lot. They're not getting faster. And I see a lot of folks like on Strava, Instagram, running a lot of miles, 60 plus miles a week, not getting much faster. And my advice is twofold. Actually, my advice is onefold. Run faster in your week-to-week workouts. Go harder. Push through more pain. I mean, it's like, it doesn't seem like a complicated formula to me. Like, I've always approached these speed workout days very simply, meaning I don't overcomplicate the workout. And I also just give a really great effort, or try to, every time. Do I nail it every time? Absolutely not. Do I finish every workout? Absolutely not. But by and large, I do the workout as prescribed or close to it. And each rep is 9 out of 10 effort, 10 out of 10 effort sometimes. And I know you can't do 10 out of 10 efforts week in, week out, but I'll take 10 out of 10 efforts and maybe having a small setback, like a little injury or something, over 6 out of 10 efforts week in, week out, and not getting any faster and being frustrated about that. So all that to say, today's a workout day. The plan for me is 5 by 1 miles. What that means is 1 mile hard, take about 2 to 3 minutes rest, do another mile, rinse and repeat that 5 times for 5 miles. Time-wise, I don't know exactly what I'm shooting for here. I usually stick my mile repeats around 5:30 is like the goal for me, where under 5:30, I know like I'm really fit. 5:30 to 5:40 is pretty average. Above 5:40, I'm like probably not feeling great. So I don't really know. I mean, I think I'm going to take it just under 6. So like in the 5:50s for that first rep, see how that feels. I hope that feels like fairly easy. And then slowly bring these reps down, where like the last 1 to 2, I love to be cranking somewhere in the 5:20s, but we'll see. I mean, anything in that 5:50 to 5:20 range, I'm going to be really happy with. And ultimately, I'm just trying to get 5 miles at or below, below marathon pace, 30 seconds to a minute below the pace I'm trying to run. All that to say, I'm pumped for today. If you want to get faster, just start running faster. Not all the time, but a few times a week, a couple times a week, and you're going to see results. I promise. But nothing's free. There's no free lunch here. You got to put in that pain and that work to get it done. Last thing before we get going. First of all, pre-run meal, I'm going to mix up just some mixed berries, a banana, maybe an avocado. I don't know about that, and probably some AG1 in like a little smoothie. That's going to be my pre-run fuel here, and I'll get running in about 30, 45 minutes. Second thing, you probably noticed I haven't lifted once this week. I really messed up like my neck this time last week. So last Thursday, Friday, and I was fucked up for a few days. I mean, like I'm talking, if I'm here, I couldn't even move my neck like this. I mean, so I'm like turning like this to say hi to people, walking like this. It was brutal. It was brutal. And I'm finally getting to the point, as you can see, some nice range of motion, little pain, but nothing too crazy. So we're improving, and that's the name of the game. You know what happens? You know, sometimes the injuries are the lower body, sometimes they're not. But yeah, I mean, you know, you can't move your neck, but I could still run, and cranked out a great week, being in a lot of pain most every single day, which is great. So that's that. A lot of talking, and we're burning daylight. So let's get this massive speed workout in today. Hey. So I have not worn these shoes since the London Marathon this year. But I've run a 246 last year in Chicago in these bad boys, and then a 249 at London. And they've been hanging up on the wall ever since, but I walked past them at my mom's house today, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking wear these for this speed workout. Just something fun to like keep it fresh, keep it interesting, and I'm excited to run in these bad boys again. So if you don't know, these are the Endorphin Elites super shoes. Very light, very fast, very poppy, and great for running at fast speeds. Let's get into it. All right, first rep was 5:36. Probably a little harder than I wanted to go. This is doing laps around the neighborhood. A little hillier too. Definitely some ups and downs, which obviously makes effort harder to gauge. All in all though, felt smooth. Like I said, a little challenging, so I might back off on the time a little bit, but gonna take I'll take 3 minutes, why not? Treat myself for this first rest. But we're 2.5 miles in, feeling good. Whew. Second rep, 5:33. Feeling good. Let's go. Third mile here was 5:30. So much for taking it easy. But feeling better and better. Usually it takes one to kind of get settled in, get your body used to that speed. But fuck, I feel good. It just feels fucking good to push it, baby. And we got 2 more. Best 2 right here. This is how you get faster. No other way. Fourth rep was 5:29. What? Turning into one of the best workouts I've ever had here. Speed is building. Aerobic base is building. Here's a hot take though. Last rep, not hard. It's the last one. Anybody can go hard on the last one. Come on, man. It's the last one. My definition of mentally tough people are the people who can grind through those middle reps when it feels like the workout's gonna go on forever. That's toughness for me. I think I did a good job of that today. And I'm gonna fucking go hard on this last rep. Let's fucking go. Last rep was 5:30.
I couldn't tell the distance on my watch. I was just doing just lapping. And it's one of those, fuck, right? Like if I knew I was that close to finishing, of course I'm pushing to go under 5:30. But that's the mind games, man. It's hard to not know how much longer you have left when it's hurting real bad. But room for improvement. Almost made that a full progression from whatever it was, 5:36, the first one down. But gosh, still a phenomenal workout. And I'm gonna jog a little bit and we'll talk about it. Warm up, cool down before these runs too. Mile and a half, whatever. But just get a little bit of that in. We'll talk soon.
All right, so finish the run and kind of just back to work here, finishing out Friday. Haven't really reflected yet too much on that, but holy shit, that was a phenomenal workout, number one. Number two, I feel great right now. Like my legs feel awesome. I know they're going to be sore tomorrow. I know I got to take care of them, be very diligent about stretching, taking care of myself, but also eating enough food tonight, tomorrow, especially to be prepared for a long run on Sunday. But man, that was fantastic. 5x1 mile, basically kept in the range of 5:36 to 5:29 the entire time. And beforehand talking about 5:50, 5:40. I mean, keeping all those reps under 5:35 virtually, fantastic. That's really fast, and especially with some uphill throughout that run. I'm just really, really pleased there. Definitely getting faster, definitely feeling better, and that was great. Huge work week. Didn't quite get to 8 miles there because I was just fucking over it, but 39 miles for this work week, Monday through Friday. Massive, 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 massive. That's that. Go put on a shirt, I guess. Holla!